I mean, as a human being there, or Ghanaian, once a while, as I say, offer prison gate in him, and like you have to pass through court one time.
Right.
Court is a public place. You can enter and sit and observe proceedings. Any proceeding that they do not want you to observe, they will not do it where you would observe. They'll go inside. You understand? So you can enter, sit and observe. So you would meet a lot of lawyers there. You can speak to one, get to know him, and I mean let him handle your case. So getting lawyers is not really that it's not really that difficult.
The average Ghanaian still think it's too expensive to get a lawyer.
Yes, like trust me, lawyers are not expensive. Like I know of law firms.
Are you sure? Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Today's conversation is for you guys. For those of you, my audience watching this, most of you have been doing spooky shit. You guys have no idea what is going to happen. Today, guys, welcome to the lifestyle segment, okay? And today I have the big dog in the house. We're going to be talking about what you guys need to know, especially when it comes to, Anyway, let me remind you guys, this conversation, everything we've been doing on the podcast will be live streamed. And again, when you go on Kick, because that's the streaming app or platform we'll be using, the name is SILVERCASTLIVE. You guys should go on the, trust me, I checked that. You guys are not following, and it's sad. Once you follow the account and we hit a certain number, we can do this live, so at least I can read your comment. Because trust me, again, I love to interact with you guys whilst I have a guest. Do you understand? So go on Kick, follow the name SILVERCASTLIVE, and once we reach a certain number, we'll start live streaming. Anyway, boss, everything cool?
Yeah, everything cool.
Everything cool, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's give my audience your name and other information you think they should know about you. And let's jump into today's conversation, because I'm here. All right, tell me something.
Right, so I mean, like I'm Yudah Brown. I think I'm the founder of the Law Ghana, so I teach law online. Yeah. Yes, that's just it. And yeah, I am not a lawyer yet. I'm still in the process of being a lawyer, so I'm at the Ghana Law School now.
Recently, I saw a trending video. Hold on. I saw a trending video, right? And then it looks as if I thought you are now a lawyer.
No, so that was the induction ceremony. I'll just say almost like matriculation for the law school. Okay. Yeah, but then basically just that.
So you're not. No. Then let me just issue a disclaimer then, because now it will look as if but with the type of content you're doing, do people presume you're a lawyer?
Oh yeah, it happens. I mean, you are free to, but then when you engage me private level, I do that's the first thing I say before we even have a conversation.
Hello guys, I'm not a lawyer. Yeah. And people understand.
Oh yeah, they do. I mean, I even stated sometimes in the caption and all that, so it's not really of a big issue. And I also make it a point that at the end of every video, I let them know that they should see a lawyer for more information on that before acting on it. So yeah.
I mean, I understand you, but people learn from your. I've seen your content, and I'm not going to lie. I think in this part of our country, you are I don't know. I've not seen any, right? But I think you are one of the people who are trending, especially when it comes to the law and what we should know and everything. Right? Don't you think it doesn't go against anything to be talking about the law and everything? It doesn't affect anyone?
No, you're not prevented from teaching the law. I think you are prevented from giving legal advice. So you, until you're a lawyer, you cannot give legal advice. But to say you are teaching, giving public education, with that, you are not prevented from doing that.
Every random person can do that?
I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, you want to teach, go and teach. But I mean, it's law, so you should. You should know the law. You should have seniors that you could consult for, to know that the information you are putting out there is accurate before you put it out there. You understand?
Okay. Okay. But have you had any backlash or anything?
As in
somebody saying maybe from the law institute, or I don't know, I really don't know the names for that. And then let's say people who are consuming your content and then they presume that you probably said something and they disagreed or they agreed or they had questions on that?
No. So when it comes to my content, mostly I do not give my position. I state exactly what the law says. Especially the general position. So I do not really get that unless it's constitutional issue. So when it comes to constitutional issue, it's not just necessarily what the law says, but everyone reading the constitution or those issues have their personal interpretation about that. So when it comes to constitutional matters, with that one, you are free to agree, disagree. I mean, that's what makes law fun. You cannot be the only one to have the right answer. You understand? But then when it comes to maybe general matters like arrest and all that, those are just general and normal knowledge. It's just not maybe like close to the public yet, but those are just general ones. So
do you think people know our constitution?
Oh no.
like so I think that when it comes to the law in itself, like they can just pull out something that was said somewhere in 19 something and you'll be in trouble. Like I think when it comes to the constitution and everything, a lot of us are going against the law that we have no idea. Don't you think so?
Well, I fully agree. That is one reason why I'm teaching the law now. You understand? I mean, most people do not know the law. It's not necessarily just the Constitution.
Right.
I mean, the Constitution is just one part of the law. So we have the Constitution, we have other laws that, and then we have the Criminal Act, blah, blah, blah. Like, we have a lot of laws. The Constitution is like one part. We have the laws that regulate marriages. Like, we have laws, you understand? It's not necessarily just the Constitution. So, like, in a nutshell, people just do not know the law. You understand? Yeah. People just do not know the law.
Well, since you're not a lawyer, there's still going to be one particular question that I'm sure it always keep coming back, and it's pretty interesting. Do you think there's a similarity or there's a pattern on one particular popular question that people ask you and you're like, people don't know this? Is there a particular question that okay, people probably ask you in person or probably on social media? And it's funny.
Is it about personal life or
No.
law?
With, trying to understand about the law, what they're doing against everything. Or there are lots that there's no one.
There are a lot of questions that come in. I mean, most are normal. It has to do with maybe I want to draft a will. Who do I go to? Like all these, or like I can't really spot one specific like problem that people come with. I mean, people have a lot of problems that they come with. Sad parties that I cannot personally assist anyone. So mostly when they come, I just link them to my network of lawyers, and that is it for me. So I think that's where my job ends.
I think it's just I understand it's 6 years of schooling. Is it 6 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And
that's the current structure, but I think soon it would reduce to about 5 years.
All right. Since this is we will talk about everything, and I think I have some minutes before I end the show. And trust me, the boys have been doing some dark shit that is going against the law, that when they get caught, because as I said earlier, ignorance of the law doesn't mean, so it's always that happen. It always happens. Now, I have a few questions here. I have like a lot pretty much, but then I'll just choose like 2 or 3. Okay. There's an interesting question that I had, and then somebody asked me to ask you that if, let's say, I impregnate a girl, right? Is it still allowed that I get arrested by the family or the parent? I mean, it's a funny question. When the question came to me, I thought I had to ask you because you become it.
Yeah. I mean, when you ask me questions like this, it makes me some way happy because, like the things happening in Ghana right now is crazy. And like, I mean, before we even enter into this, I would really love for lawyers to also be teaching the law.
Yeah.
Because you understand that there's a limit to my knowledge, because mine has to do with theoretical stuff, research and all that, learning, maybe a little experience and all that. But with lawyers, they are already in the profession. And I mean, a lawyer who like mainly focuses on criminal law could just be speaking to the people about criminal law, arrest, some experience and all that for how they should conduct themselves.
Right.
A lawyer that does business related stuff, corporate stuff, could be speaking to people about how to set up business and all that. So I really wish lawyers could also teach the law and I mean, like share their experience with the people. It's very important because the people really need to know the law. Just as you started this whole show, ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
You're right.
That people are not being punished because they are ignorant of the law. Like if you would agree with me, to be ignorant about something, you need to know the thing. Then I mean, you know it, but then like I'm just ignorant about it. Like unimba. Like,
that's true,
like you're still, but like the people don't know that the law exists too. Like they do not know that like some law exists too. So they are just riding on like the fact that they are human beings, they are conscious, and I mean all that. Then they make a mistake, then they find out that like there's a law for it. All that. So people do not really know the law exists. Now back to the question.
The question, because it's funny to me though.
I mean, so according to the Constitution,
okay, here we go.
You see, no one can be punished for an offense, Article 19, Clause 11 or something. No one can be punished for an offense unless that offense has been stated in the law and a punishment has been written. Now, there is no law at this point. Like, there is no law currently that states that impregnating a lady is an offense and the family can arrest you. I mean, all those things are like they are wrong.
But it does happen.
I mean, it's wrong. Okay. I mean, the fact that people are killing or murder happening does not make it right. You understand? It's wrong. Like, why are you arresting him? What crime? Like, if he had like unconsensual or non-consensual sex with your daughter, something like rape, defilement, that is fine. But if two consenting adults have sex and I mean there's a baby or she becomes pregnant, for what reason are you arresting them? Because the arrest needs to be based on grounds. Okay. So on what grounds are you arresting the person? Like I mean, there should what did you tell the police? Like what crime did you report like to the police? Yeah. Did you tell the police that this person what's this guy's name? Iris Dean. Are you seeing? Did you tell the police that Iris has impregnated my daughter, so go and arrest? But like, say, maybe Iris has raped my daughter. They'll go and take him, investigate and all that. Okay, they come and take him that he has impregnated your daughter. What are they going to do? Investigate how he impregnated? Like, what? You see, it's not a crime. Like, impregnate. I mean, I'm not justifying like the youth or
doing anything of that caliber, right?
But I mean, in an event where they do it, it's.
But hold on, there's going to be your precious, beautiful daughter that you've been taking care of. I'm trying to walk a mile in the father's shoe, and then let's say he takes care of this daughter, this one, and then some guy from nowhere impregnates this girl. Some men or some dads will go to that level of probably doing something detrimental to the guy, probably, arresting and everything. You're saying that it's not in the law for you to arrest the guy for what? Impregnating this girl? It doesn't work. It doesn't.
You see, any of your action that you do must be grounded on the law. So once there's no law for it, I mean, you cannot, you see, everything you do, like there should be a law for it. I mean, we have customs, like we have customary rights, we have all that. I mean, we had stories that you can't go out at night at this time because you're virtual in your man. I mean, at this point, no one can cut your head because it breaches the Constitution. Like, you cannot deprive anyone of their life intentionally or not. Festivals that they shoot like the guns and all that. When I can't just go and shoot the guns and all that, you still need permits for all that. Like all that, you understand? Right. So any of your action, like anything you do, have to be grounded in the law. You are not a Christian in Ghana because God says we should be a Christian. You are a Christian in Ghana because the Constitution gives you the right to be a Christian in Ghana. Right. Anything we do in Ghana should be grounded on the law. So once it is not in the law, it is not an offense. It could, okay, I cannot even say this is a moral wrong because, she's 18.
Right.
You would have your dreams and all that for her. Me, if you do to my daughter, it will vex me.
Right.
But then there is law,
Right.
and we are speaking the law. The law does not in any provision allow for that arrest to happen. Say he's your daughter's choir master, and he tells her that he needs to have sexual intercourse with you because it will make your voice like good. Or he's a teacher, he needs to have sexual intercourse with you because it would make you know how to learn and all that, and pregnancy happens, and from that you find that like your daughter is pregnant. You could go to the police. Oh, this guy has impregnated my daughter by frauding or defrauding or lying to her that if he has sexual intercourse with her, she would blah blah blah. Then the police can now raise a charge or whatever based on an offense or something that the law has prescribed as an offense. Maybe she didn't consent with a will, but she was deceived. All that. But then to say that by just mere reason of the fact that your daughter has agreed with a guy and they've done it and they've had sex and gotten pregnant, and there's no grounds there.
Anyway,
that.
I have a follow-up interesting question as well. We have talked about this with the boys on the show before, and then they said, imagine a scenario where a girl comes to visit you, or a guy go visit a girl, right? And then, I know you know the follow-up question. You die in the house, or the lady dies in your house, in that kind of scenario. Okay, how do you deal with a situation like this?
So, importantly, if you are listening to me, nothing I say here is a legal advice.
Right.
Thank you. Now, the best way to deal with this situation is to first, if you have a lawyer, call the lawyer. Then, report to the police. Like if you are thinking of a way out of this situation, then you are thinking of a way of covering the death of the person. And if you cover the death of the person, it almost links it to you, because if you did not kill the person, then why are you trying to cover? Because then there are tests and things that happen to show the actual cause of the death. You understand? By mere reason of the fact that the person died at your place does not automatically mean that you were the one that's...
How do you explain that?
Oh, the police would run their tests. You would also have lawyers. You see, there like for every crime, there are things that you need to prove to make the crime be established. If you want to prepare granite soup, I know you need your granite paste.
As usual, right?
Like that, but you need your whatever you need. Whatever you need. Let me use Gary Seconds. That's right. What I can do. You need your gari, granite, sugar, water, essential ingredients. So for every crime, there are essential ingredients you have to prove. So if these are not there, then it does not fully establishes the crime. That is why there's a need for lawyer in every case you do. I've always said this, that the fact that you did something does not mean you are guilty of what they are accusing you of.
Right.
Till they've established all the requisite elements or all the things needed to prove or establish that offense or that crime, then you are not guilty of what they are accusing you of.
Right.
You understand? So there's always a need for a lawyer present. Now, with this particular case, I do not want to really dive deep into how they should handle the case.
Right.
But then the general or the best way, the best thing I can say is that do not think of ways, extreme ways to get out of this. Because once, life happens. Once the person has died at your place, who is the first suspect? Is you, because it's your side. So the safest you would want to do is to, if you have a lawyer, call him first, explain the matter to him, then he now directs you on the next conduct to do.
If you don't have a lawyer?
Oh, that is when it may be crazy, but then you could, report to the police. But then it would be very important that once you report to the police, there will be some police processes to fill, the statements and all that. With that, I would advise, I would advise, because it's general, something that everyone needs to know, that you need the presence of a lawyer, mostly in cases serious cases like this. Because if you are not lucky, the prosecution or the police is going to in some cases tell you what to write, which can go against you.
Right.
You understand? Or like there are things that you are going to have problems with. So I mean, if you do not get a lawyer, it's fine. You like let people around you know, people you could trust know, then let them call the police. I mean, they'll arrest you. The fact that you are arrested does not mean you are guilty of the crime.
Right.
You understand? Till a court has said that you are guilty, or till you have said you are guilty, not when they arrested you, but in court. Then you are not, like, you've not committed a crime, or like they've not convicted you, like any other offense.
Yeah.
So that is just it. So I mean, you should either call your lawyer first, then follow up by the police station. But importantly, if you have a lawyer, please call the lawyer first, because you see, every case has like the things that you need to do in that case. I mean, murder is murder, but like there are different ways it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, by provocation it could happen. There are different ways it happens.
So they all come with different judgments with that.
So they are mostly say same names, same punishment. But then let's say there's an offense that is like say 5 to 25 years, maybe depending on the circumstances or how it happened would now influence the judge on if it's 5 to not less than 5 and not more than 10 years. It will influence the judge to either give you 6, 5, 7, 8. So
depending on,
I mean, so the circumstances mostly sometimes influence or have bearing on the number of years, because sometimes it's not expressed that you are going for 25 years. Sometimes the law says that not less than this and not more than this. So now who determines, like say not less than 3 years and not more than 12 years? Who determines where they'll put you, whether 4, 5, 6, 7? Sometimes it's depending on the circumstances. I'm just trying to make it simple.
Right. I understand that.
It's just depending on the circumstances and maybe like how you would influence the judge to like the number of years to give you all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, defamation of character.
Yeah.
This is is it like a popular trend that's
Bongo
happening on the internet right now? Defamation of,
he's my guy. So
yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think right now it's almost like a thing now. When you talk about somebody, they try to threaten you with a lawsuit. They'll tell you, okay, yeah, I'll sue you and stuff like that. And it's going on. So now nobody wants to talk about somebody without adding allegedly. I don't know how powerful that word is, but they just add it so it looks as if, okay, I'm not sure of what I'm saying or something. I don't know. So defamation of character. How important, or what's the scary part of the whole thing? Like how is it solved? If somebody comes out and he defames you, let's say on the media, right? Yeah. How do we go through that? How do we solve something like that? I don't know whether I'm getting my questions right.
Yeah, I don't think you are getting it right, but I can be answering, then we get to that side. So, I mean, we can start from the allegedly.
Right. But how powerful is allegedly?
Allegedly is so powerful, like me telling you I have superpower.
So in every claim you make on the media, allegedly dilutes it, or
no?
Like,
do you believe I have superpower?
No,
I can push this thing right now. It won't go.
Right.
So you see, allegedly to people they think is strong, but then allegedly would not really save you from defamation suit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, what is the worst I can say right now? Maybe you have allegedly killed someone, done this. What is alleged? Like, I mean, you see, you should be able to trace it to an identifiable source or something. Say, oh, there's a rumor that you have done this. I mean, there should be that rumor, or you should be able to trace it. Like, the mere fact that you use allegedly in your statement does not necessarily mean that you would be waived of liabilities from defamation.
Really?
You understand? So with everything that you say, you should make sure that it's the truth. You have evidence to back it, or it is something like maybe someone has posted a video on TikTok saying that Yudah Brown has taken his money for this.
Right.
Then now on your show, it is alleged that Yudah Brown has blah, blah, blah. You can now trace who is alleging that Yudah Brown has like taken his money or her money and has not maybe fulfilled some contractual obligation. So the mere use of allegedly, I see people getting it wrong, cannot really like save you that much. And I'm trying to make this explanation so much like simple for us to understand. Allegedly cannot really save you, and I can't really go much into details like this, but last time I was really making an in-depth research on it. And even like sometimes, like with TV stations, they are mostly very like concerned about this. Sometimes with new bloggers and all that, even the way they place the allegedly in their caption, it's not there.
I mean, they say whatever and then they say allegedly. It's alleged.
Where? How? Who? Like,
so you're saying they can still hold them?
Yes. Like everything is possible. Like if I say allegedly can save you from defamation, that is the general position. Now, when there's a general position in law, like there's 99% chance that there are mostly exceptions to that rule. You understand? You cannot just come and make a claim out of nowhere and say allegedly. Who is alleging? How? Who? Like where? Like personally, it doesn't make sense.
So you could be held responsible for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could still be arrested for using that word regardless.
Yes. So now we come in again.
Right.
You cannot be arrested for defamation. So it will be like someone defames you, take the person to court.
Okay.
So go to court yourself or find a lawyer. The lawyer takes the person to court. So I mean, right now, what really happens is the lawyer first writes to the person. You have like demand notice. You have like 7 days to issue a public apology in this format. I mean, Bongo Ideas again, he has issued the apology somewhere. Like that guy, if I'm there, he just makes me happy. Like I'll go to his page and be like, okay, this guy will issue apology for this one. Then
like you see it coming?
Yeah, sometimes. But then like I mostly enjoy, like he has a good like good way of thinking.
Right.
Like his views about most things are right. And regardless, he will just give it to you. He doesn't care about whether he's cool with it. I like how he goes back and forth to Shatawale. It's all just nice. So like allegedly sometimes cannot save you like that. So they write, like the lawyer writes to them 7 days retract. If you do not retract, we are taking you to court. You are taking legal actions against you. Then they take like damages. That is compensation. So the defamation does not necessarily mean they've said something about you. I can say something about you, but then if I say something about you and it's painting or is like it's putting dirt on your reputation, your image, it's having bad effects on you. Right. It's having it has changed the way I'm trying to even not use legal, like it has changed the way public view you, your brand, reduce the respect the public like had for you, like has changed the public perception about you, like has affected you in the public eye. Then you have enough grounds to like take the suit up. So defamation does not necessarily mean because the person has said something about you. Like let's say maybe someone has an information that the person is hiding. Who can I use? God.
I mean,
I can't think of anyone. Let's say
you can use Bongo Ideas.
No, Bongo Ideas is always in my example.
Yeah.
But let's say I have an information I'm hiding. Say I have 3 wives.
Right.
Well, no, 3 girls. They are all pregnant in the villages. I do not take care of them.
Right.
It's bad. Now Bongo comes to make that statement. Oh, Yudah has 3 girls in the village. He doesn't take care of them. I mean, it's bad. The public, like, it affects my reputation. Like, it changed how the public view me.
Okay.
But is it true? It is.
Okay.
So I cannot sue him for defamation. So the fact that someone says something against me does not necessarily mean I can sue the person, unless it defames my character. And now, okay, it defames your character. Fine. Is it the truth? If it's the truth, there's evidence that is the truth, then the suit wouldn't hold. So you see,
I mean, who gave you the mandate to come and talk about something that is private?
I mean, who should give me the mandate?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when you come out and you talk about somebody, and then they have a private character that they have been hiding from the public, and you come out and you tell the public about it, don't you think you've defamed them?
So when it comes to the issue of privacy, there are levels and all that to it. Personally, when it comes to some informations that are the truth, I do not really. You see, unless you are bringing it on another grounds, I am not confirming that you can bring it based on breach of privacy. But then, just as I explained, there are elements to prove every crime or prohibited act.
Right.
For that elements, there are also defenses. So when it comes to defamation, one of the defense is truth. The statements made is the truth. So if you are saying that statement was private and you are saying it has defamed you, unless you are bringing it on another ground, you are bringing it on another ground, maybe invasion of privacy. I'm not confirming that that is the ground, but you are bringing it on another ground, then it's fine. But I can't bring that. So limiting the conversation to defamation, then you cannot bring that.
Is it easy to sue?
Yeah.
It's easy to sue.
Yeah.
Everybody else can sue.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You don't need a lot of money to sue. You can just walk into the court and sue. Just that I do not advise that. You need a lawyer because first, me, Yudah Brown, I did not go to school for 6 years for you to go and sue on your own. I did not pay all these school fees. I did not pay Mokola fees, over 40-something thousand for you to go and sue on your own. Bring it. I have the details. I can sue for you. I'm not saying I can sue for you.
Right. I understand.
Because I'm not there. But then, far from that, lawyers have been trained. First, substantive and procedural. Substantive is the law. What does the law say? Okay, this is a crime. This is not a crime. Then procedural. How to institute an action, how to sue, there are processes.
Right.
Depending on every action you want to bring to the court and the manner in which you send it to the court. So I'm making everything very simple.
Right.
If you want to get to Awoshi, there should be a way to get to Awoshi. If you want to get to Awoshi, say you use taxi. If you want to get to Tema, you use train. If you want to get to Togo, you use airplane. So if you want to do a divorce, you want to file a divorce, you go by petition. So there are different ways. So you as a layman, ordinarily, you wouldn't have these details on how to institute an action. But then the lawyer has gone to Mokola 2 years. They've stressed him out and he knows all this to help you. He's the right person to. But then far from that, you can walk to the court and the registrars at the court can assist you. The registrars can, or the people at the court, not maybe the registrars, people at the court can assist you with the filings and all that. For this, I do not know if it's right or not, but I think it's normal. It's right.
Yeah.
They can assist you with the filing and all that, and you see. There are some small claims, things that you really do not need lawyers for. Maybe someone is owing you 2,000 CDs. It's money. You could go for a lawyer, but then you can also go to the court. Sometimes all you need to do is to just sue someone. Don't even further the case. The person will pay.
For real?
I'm not forced to court. Yeah.
But do you think I can make money from suing someone?
Guys, see, this one, I am answering as Yudah Brown. I'm not answering as someone who teaches you law. So this is not what the law says. This is Yudah Brown, my personal opinion.
Right.
Me, I want to make money from defamation suit. Hey, sometimes I'm on Twitter and this is going on. This is good. Things are going on. Child, this person should come and touch me. You see, the person should say something against me, so I see the person. Now, I'm not meaning I have the power and all that. Even if I'm suing the person, me, I'll not do it personally. There are loads of lawyers on Twitter that I can go to any that, bro, this person has defamed me, has affected me, make we sue or like help me out in suing. You understand? But me, I really want to make money from one defamation suit like that. So you see, not necessarily you can make money. The court even does not care about that. The court really actually weighs the damages that it has caused on you and the needed amount. So even if you see someone suing a case for maybe $14 million and all that, the court might not necessarily give you that $14 million. Now, if me, I'm going to sue Bongo for $40 million, one Bongo cannot give me the $40 million. Two, my brand, I hear like how much damage will you cause me that it will be 40 million?
Right. So that means you can just make noise and say 40 million, but then the court can just say no, you don't deserve it.
Not so. Your lawyers are also strategists or whatever.
Right.
So they know how much is the perfect amount to sue someone for.
Okay.
So like the lawyers do that. Those, they are top notch at that. Yeah. I think with me, I don't know for lawyers, but then with me, in a case where I'm in that position, and I want to sue someone for 20,000, I may want to like tell the courts that I need like 60,000, and based on reduction, it can come to 20,000. I don't know if that is what the lawyers do, but then there are whole strategies surrounding this that those in their practice can really talk of. Not me, that I'm. So I mean, you can make money if you are thinking like me, but. That's like court is not a place that you want to think that you want to make money from.
Do you think everyone can just get a lawyer?
Oh yes.
Very sure.
Oh yes. The problem right now to me, I think, is the fact that lawyers are not allowed to advertise. I've done videos on that. The legal profession prevents lawyers from advertising.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've done videos on that. That the profession should allow lawyers to advertise. Even if the profession allows lawyers and gives strict rules, it would be fine. Because even right now, lawyers want to teach the law, but they are scared that it may look like they are advertising. So most are like prevented from teaching and all that. But then like it's easy to find lawyers. Like there are a whole lot of lawyers on Twitter. Like we have Twitter for law. Like how we have a Twitter. We have Twitter for law. Like that they are there. Like me, like you see, I like one thing I thank God about myself is that I'm always like humbled and ready to learn. So like regardless of whether you are up or down, I want to learn from you. When I was trying to write the entrance exams, like I went to people that were in level 200, 300, like I've completed LLB, but I went to them that, like, can you help me? Can you teach me this and all that? Like there are people that I'm not even fit to lace their shoes, like solid. Like, if you go to Twitter and you want someone for entertainment law, there are lots of lawyers there. If you have like there are people, if you want corporate lawyers, they said do like Friday, like you see,
and those are real lawyers.
Yes, they are.
This is interesting that people don't. Do people know that?
You see, because maybe I like feed into law stuff, so it appear on my like feed and all that. But what I'm saying is that they are lawyers.
Right.
Mostly, you just have to search for them. So it's advisable that if you are on social media, go to Instagram and just search ESQ or go to my page. I think I'm following lawyers and lawyers are following me.
Right.
You can go to my followers, type ESQ. You see a lot of lawyers there. Twitter, there are a lot of lawyers. I think right now they are not really out like that because of the strict regulations there, but like, there are a lot of lawyers you can find. That's if you want to find on social media. And one thing that I do is that, you see, I am with like a lot of people, so I know them. Say I want someone who has handled money laundry cases like this. I mean, not money laundry per se, but Oliver Baker was handling Abu Tricker's case.
Okay.
If someone like that's related to Abu Tricker comes to me that, he has this case, he wants a lawyer. I mean, I do not have personal contact with Oliver Baker, but I know he has handled it before. So reaching him or reaching that law firm for them to help him out, like on my part, Yudah Brown, is very easy. So when people come to me, like I willingly do that job for them, like reach out to lawyers, and I have circle of lawyers that I know, they assist them, help them out with that. So I mean, that's another way, like reaching out. And also you can randomly move to a courtroom. I mean, as a human being there, or Ghanaian, once a while, as I say, offer prison gate in him, and like you have to pass through court one time.
Right.
Court is a public place. You can enter and sit and observe proceedings. Any proceeding that they do not want you to observe, they will not do it where you would observe. They'll go inside. You understand? So you can enter, sit and observe. So you'd meet a lot of lawyers there. You can speak to one, get to know him, and I mean, let him handle your case. So getting lawyers is not really that it's not really that difficult.
The average Ghanaian still think it's too expensive to get a lawyer.
Yes, like trust me, lawyers are not expensive. Like I know of law firms.
Are you sure?
No, I know of. You see, lawyers are expensive. How? It's depending on your case. I mean, if your case is 100 million case, then you can pay.
Yeah, that's true.
If your case is 1,000 case, they are not going to charge you 100 million.
Right.
So what I want people to understand is depending on the case you have and the charge. Sometimes lawyers do not, like, there are lawyers I know, even on Twitter, that do like cases out of their world, pro bono.
Wow.
Just see, lawyers are human beings. I mean, not everyone is in to make quick money. You understand? So people are there that will genuinely listen to you and assist you. You understand? So I mean, I just want people to remove it from their heads that lawyers are expensive. Lawyers are not expensive.
All right. Over the past weeks, right?
Yeah.
There were trending videos. I think I saw that. I witnessed some as well. And then the interesting part is anytime police show up to arrest somebody, they ask for warrant. Do you have a warrant? Do you think police need a warrant to arrest somebody?
Yeah, but this one is more like it's more technical. I think I've done a video on that. There are times where police need a warrant to arrest you. There are times where police do not need a warrant to arrest you. I mean, if there's a crime that is going on in your house, police reasonably believes that there's someone being killed or something. I mean, the police do not need the warrant to come there and arrest you. So, like, there are more. So it's not always that the police needs a warrant, but ordinarily, sometimes when the police wants to search your premises, they need a warrant to search your premises.
That is 100%.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless there is an illegal, like they reasonably believe, like strong grounds that there's something illegal going on there that they like just open to like search your place, you understand? But then they need a warrant, or like a senior superintendent or assistant superintendent could write to like another person, like a written, like giving them the permission to come and search your house. But then like these are more technical. You can watch my videos on that. But then that aside, the important part is regardless of how the search is conducted, whether legal or illegal, it's very important to let your lawyer know or get a lawyer.
Right.
You understand? Because then it helps you in your case. You understand? There are times when maybe your lawyer may want to invalidate maybe what they may have found in your premises because the search was unlawful, they didn't have the warrant, illegal, blah, blah, blah. So the important takeaway note is that regardless of how the search is conducted, let your lawyer have an idea about that, and it's safe for you that once you get to the police station, you try your best to get your friends to get a lawyer or something before you take any other step. You know, mostly these are not an advice or a comment to make people get away with crime. Not necessarily.
Right.
But then 80-something% of the times, people are not guilty for what they are being accused of. You know, bad news spreads faster. So mostly it's the bad ones that but sometimes people are not really guilty of what like they are accusing them of. But then they end up writing statements, doing things that end up like coming at them. So it's always important to get a lawyer. Yeah.
Anyway, I have conversations. I think I have a few minutes more to go, and I have conversations about, relationships and everything. If you are open to that, I want to also talk about that as well. And I'll start from one thing that is interesting. It's about paternity test and DNA. Do you think me as a parent, let's say as a father, do you think it's allowed for me to secretly take my child and go and run a DNA test?
Okay, so when it comes to paternity test and the secretly taking of like DNA details from your child, blah blah blah, like with that one, me Yudah Brown, I don't have knowledge about that too. I can't kill myself.
Yeah.
Like, it's not everything I know. So, like, with that one, I do not have like in-depth details about like that, because it has to do with some like breach of statutory whether consent and all that. But there has not been a day that I have pushed to get to know more about like that. You understand? I don't think I've really sat down to
think about that.
No. But then no. But when it comes to paternity fraud and all that, that matter they vex me. So I mean, there is a lot that happens in Ghana, like right now in terms of paternity fraud and all that. I mean, once you find out that the child is not yours, you can get to speak to your lawyer, then they take an action up against your wife and all that. People have taken actions up against even ladies and have received compensation and all that.
From the ladies?
Yes, even before coming here, I was reading a case. I'll find it for you. Maybe you can put it on the screen or something. So they read it where like so she said the child was his. Then he agreed at the police station to be paying 100 cedis a day, catering for the transport, something like that. So like the child is born and they do DNA test. The DNA test came and it wasn't his child. So now they sued for deceit and all that, and they were able to win and the guy was able to win and get compensation and all that. So it's actually possible. Like every action you want to take is possible. Even if I have not done you anything and you want to sue me, it's possible. See a lawyer.
Oh shit.
I mean, don't decide the possibility. See a lawyer for the lawyer to decide the possibility of the suit.
Right.
You understand? Let your lawyer always do the decision for you. But when it comes to paternity fraud, while there is no express statutory provisions, I mean, blending laws together and all that, like 100% up. Yudah Brown says it, you can take them on. Just see a lawyer. Yeah.
All right. So recently there's a trending video. There's a trending video about some lady who came out to talk about she being raped by some random guys. And I don't want to touch on that. But let's say a lady comes out and she says she's been essayed by some guy. Okay. With such situations, how do we listen? This issue is so much interesting to me because I've seen the video. Like I'll put it somewhere. I don't know whether you've seen it as well.
Yeah, I've seen it, but honestly, me right now,
honestly, I don't want to talk about that one.
I didn't follow it, but then I mean, you are referencing the video, but to me, I'm listening to it and I know the matter.
So with an issue like that, somebody comes out. And I think you've talked about defaming, but somebody comes out and then they say something like that about a guy. Obviously, the guy will be arrested. Obviously. But if we end up finding out that he's not or he's innocent, do the guy get compensated typically?
So technically, yes. So let's start this way. False accusation for rape or grape.
Right.
I don't know how to
That's fine.
Grapes. So guys, that's how I am.
Yeah, that's fine.
So when it comes to grape,
Wait, is the word funny to you?
It's funny to me.
I'm trying to, not cross the line with YouTube issues and everything. But continue.
YouTube is crazy. So grape is an offense.
Right.
Like raping a person is an offense. But then when it comes to falsely accusing someone of that, the law has not expressly stated that, okay, falsely accusing someone of this is also an offense.
Right.
But then once again, the lawyer can go around existing statutory provisions to get compensation for you. I mean, first, far from it being reported to the police station, it just comes on social media. There's already defamation suits already there that you can take compensation for, for that. You understand? I mean, once it goes to the police station, the person reports, they detain you for a while. There are a whole lot of things that the lawyer can do. So yes, when you are falsely accused of rape, there are possible means to get compensation. All you have to do is to speak to a lawyer. Once again, when it comes to the rape, there are elements to prove that, or there are elements needed to prove that.
Right.
Now, the girl reports you to the police that she has been raped. Now, the case is now between you and the police.
Right.
You understand? Now, the police has to prove the elements of rape. It was forced. She didn't agree. You penetrated.
Right.
Understand? There is a need for penetration, not brush.
Maybe you did actually.
You did,
but it was consensual. Maybe you did, but low-key it was consensual. Okay, how do you get away through that?
So these are technicalities. Like that is why your lawyer is
will help
there
you with
to
that, right?
Come out. I mean, once there are ways out of that. Agreement is not only by express consent.
Okay.
There are agreements by conduct and all that. If the statute prevents all forms of agreement and deems it fit that is only by express agreement, there's a route that your lawyer would want to take. If the statute deems just prescribed consent, there are routes that your lawyer would want to take as well. So, I mean, matters of like force, rape, or rape, you really need to take it serious and get a lawyer to help you handle that. Once again, the fact that one element has been proven does not mean you're guilty. They need to prove, almost like all the elements, you understand? Right. So that is the need for a lawyer, because you as a layman would not really have all these like details there. Yes, and I cannot also fully make mention of all these details. Some not the grape, because that one is general knowledge for law students, but like there are some details I may not know, because those would have to do mainly with their practice. But then what you need to understand is that matters surrounding false accusations, your lawyer can assist you. Once again, I'm saying that this does not mean, or this is in no way saying that it can help criminals out or all that. You see, we are talking about matters of legality, like we are talking about matters of law. You understand? So matters of false accusation, your lawyer can assist you. If someone is accusing you, it's not false, someone is accusing, the person believes you've done it, your lawyer is still there to assist you. Your lawyer is not going to play around books and remove you like how the movies do. No, he's going to follow due processes, principles of law, and if there's a way out, then
with everything you know about the law and everything, don't you think women will be worried about dealing with you?
How?
Don't you think? Because I think it's a bit interesting when they're dealing with you, because it looks as if you know much about the law, especially if they want to do something. Women aside, men, everybody, don't you think them dealing with you is to be a bit sketchy and crazy?
You see, when you are, so I think that's
I'm trying to take the conversation off. I'm trying to deal with Yudah Brown.
So you see, when me or a person is in a very a position that the person is very angry, when you are in a very angry position, the law expects more from you. When you are a lawyer, someone who happens to know the law, a pastor, like a policeman, the law also expects more from you. Okay. So it's rather advisable not to put yourself in a position where that issue can arise than to think, you can put yourself in that position and you could get out easy. Somebody could, catch me in a room and tear the top and all that and start screaming, I am Yudah Brown, I am the law. And so if I cannot prove that I did not do it, I'll be placed in prison. You see, the fact that you know the law does not mean you should take some steps. The fact that you know the law means you shouldn't take some steps, because if you take that steps, there's a probability that this or that may happen. You understand? So it's rather best not to put it. I'm the lawyers, like Yechi lawyers. They are as lawyers. Like judges that even know the law. Like, sorry, but the courts, there are some exposés that came out.
I've seen many
judge taking some time. They are judges, so why didn't they get out with it? Or why didn't the fact that you're a lawyer, know the law does not mean you're Superman or you're invisible to these type of things.
Before we started the show, there was a funny question that was asked. I think one of the guys asked about sex, and it's funny. I planned to actually ask you on camera. It was the rules that goes against sex that people don't know. That the rules that, because
I mean, I've not died before, so I don't know.
wait, you don't. All right, there's the usual sex,
Daddy
from.
and mommy.
Bruh, calm down. There's a usual. There's the usual sex that everybody knows, right? The penetration from here to here. That's what they know.
No,
right?
like me, I want you to ask the question that you want to ask, like,
Really?
call straight.
Okay.
Man, call.
All right. What is the you see here, because I really want to calm down and explain everything to you.
Yeah, I understand.
When it comes to sex, okay, when it comes to sex, there's an unusual way people have sex, which probably goes against.
I'll say unnatural.
Unnatural?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. There's an unnatural way that people have sex, which would go against the law, and then there's a natural one. What is the unnatural one that people are still doing, but they have no idea it goes against the law?
The unnatural one people are still doing.
But do you think you can just say it's unnatural?
Is it?
Unnatural?
We are using unnatural because of the language of the law.
Okay.
Yes,
all right, then that makes
because
sense.
of the language the law has used.
Okay.
Because I mean, without the law, the natural, the one out.
Because I was going to use unusual, but then unnatural makes sense, right?
Unusual. I mean, once it's being done, yes. Your cameraman can suspect it. Anyways, so I mean, I've said it before, and I mean, I'll say it again. So we have natural canal knowledge and unnatural canal knowledge. Any other phrase, guys, my brain. So I mean, there's a natural way and there's an unnatural way. So the natural way is just like putting your earpiece in your phone, your sharpener in your pencil in your sharpener, and basically.
I mean, they understand. Continue.
Yeah, and the unnatural way is like putting a sharpener and a sharpener
Okay.
together, or like a pen inside a sharpener. Like, let me be plain.
Yeah.
It's like the natural way is like the natural form of penetration. A guy having intercourse with a lady, he penetrates through her organ, like the main one,
Right.
not the one at the back, like the other place. You
Okay.
understand? So the natural one is right now, per the law, this is a matter that can spark public debate and all that, because it can go further, and go maybe to the part of LGBTQ, gender and all that, which honestly, I don't have a comment on that.
Yeah.
But then the natural way is like a man and a lady,
Right.
normal form of penetration. The unnatural way is like maybe a man and still a lady, but not in the right part, but maybe in her mouth or.
That's unnatural?
Yes.
Continue.
I mean, like, your person make but you can just paste my video there.
Right. Continue.
It's fine. But then, I mean, there are natural ways and there are unnatural ways. I mean, there was a Supreme Court decision, Prince Obiri, something like that, where the court like stated it clearly. So, like, using sex toys and all that are actually not permitted by Ghana law. So, like, anyone using sex toys right now is a criminal.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I mean, it's an unnatural form of sexual intercourse. I'm not laughing because of what I say. I'm laughing because of your reaction.
I'm just like
People are guilty when they are proven. They are guilty by hearing.
All right, so I mean, to just understand this, blowjob is unnatural. It goes against the law. What else is there?
Using sex toys.
Using sex toys goes against the law. I mean, yeah, I'm telling you, and you could be arrested. Would you be arrested? I mean,
for that side, I wouldn't really want to. But I mean, like, you see, with decisions like this, not necessarily related to using like sex toys, but with petty decisions that we may think are not important, are sometimes important because maybe it's actually influencing like something big. You understand? So I mean, I'm not relating it to the current case, but I mean some decisions that necessarily do not make sense actually make sense. Like let's see the using sex toys and having blowjob and all that. You know, the law does not expressly state that using sex toys is an offense, having blowjobs is an offense, but the law says that it's just natural carnal knowledge. The unnatural is not allowed. So by inference, what is unnatural, blah blah blah, then we can infer that sex toys is not within what the law defines as natural carnal knowledge, so it's an offense. Blowjob is not within what the law defines as natural carnal knowledge, so it's an offense. I mean, once it has to do with sex and your organs, there are places that the law deems a fit that you could penetrate to. But like personally to me and what I'm saying does not have and like is not a reflection of my view or my take about same gender sex or same gender marriage or LGBTQ and all that.
Yeah, that's right.
For now, that one day I don't have a comment. It's not like I have I'm hiding.
You don't have an opinion.
I want to be called to the bar. That's it all.
I have a last question before I end the show.
So you can feel free to ask me. I'm here. It's your time.
Most of the young guys, our guys, they are scared of marriage because of the signing that has to do with courts. Because we presume that after, or if it goes south, that is if there is a divorce, there'll be a split of properties and everything. How true is that?
Then I think the problem is not about the signing. The problem is about the marriage itself. Because there are different forms of marriage. We have the customary marriage. Some people do not like people to say this or to call it engagement, but then engagement for general understanding purposes.
Right.
So customary marriage in brackets, engagement with my explanation. Then we have ordinance marriage, then the Islamic marriage.
Right.
So the type of marriage you do, see the engagement, the ordinance, the Islamic, has rather things to do with the rights and obligations that comes with it than the distribution of the property. That is why I'm saying if you are scared of the distribution of property, then just speak to a lawyer. Even if it doesn't make, you see, when you're speaking to a lawyer, he's not going to charge you for speaking to him, or unless maybe he's rendering you the advice. There are some things that I be like, boy, forget it. You understand?
Yeah.
So when you want to marry, as the girl see a lawyer, as a boy see a lawyer, go together.
They don't.
Yes, let the lawyer explain everything that comes with it. If you're a guy that wants to marry 3, the lawyer will explain that. Then the best marriage to do is the customary one, the engagement, the traditional marriage. You understand? Because that one, the law allows you to marry like more than one. It's a polygamous thing.
Yeah.
So it allows you to marry a lot. So the lawyer will explain that to you. Then now you can speak to the lady and let her know that, okay, like you are a polygamous man, you would want to marry a lot, blah, blah. If it works out, fine. If it doesn't work out, fine. The lady too, if you don't want your husband to
be
this thing,
right,
then you now go, then you weigh your options and take ordinances. You know, getting into marriage is more about communication and agreeing on things. Say you are marrying a Muslim, a Christian marrying a Muslim.
Right.
It's more about
communication.
an agreement.
Right.
Mostly what you may face is, okay, which religion does the child go and all that. But I mean, it may work, I don't know, like it may work if you really have the communication and know that, okay, if the child comes, he's a Christian or she's a Muslim, just have that. It's hard. Even me, if maybe I get maybe I'm in love, I want to marry and all that, I may struggle to see some of this. But then right now, I'm not in that shoes yet. And I'm happy I'm not in that shoes, because then I can speak to people that are in that shoes, that wash your face and see a lawyer, understand the rights, things that comes with it, things surrounding the property and all that. And I cannot even end this show without saying that the last thing you want to do is to pass away without leaving a will, because anything that happens in Nigerian movie, Ghanaian movie is real.
Really?
It's real. Like, your people will frustrate your wife. Like, they'll frustrate your kids.
There's no law to help
No,
you?
there is law.
Right.
But then, if your wife cannot seek legal remedy, you know, sometimes when you are gone, your wife's hands are tied because of society's expectation and all that. You know, sometimes she becomes a toothless bulldog. She wants to act, but she has to stay cool and all that. I mean, there's PNDC L111 to cater for these situations, but then the best you can do to not trigger the to not even trigger or make the PNDC law come in is to just write a will. Give it to the people you want to give it to. There are people that their family have moved them out of houses that ordinarily is theirs. It's not for the family. There's no way that your husband builds a house, he leaves that house, then because he is no more, is your family's own. I mean, different tradition and different law. We are speaking law, not tradition. You understand? So, like, the best you would want to do to get out of most of these situations is just to write a will. Once you make property.
Do you think people are writing the will?
No.
They're not writing the will?
Most, you know, people think, oh, say, maybe like, you have a lot of money is when you have to write the will, but in actual fact, like, once you have any property that could be allocated to someone, see a lawyer and write a will. Even if you don't want to write a will, there's this whole trust thing that it could be for your kids, but like, it's in the hands of someone and all that. I do not have much knowledge about this, sorry. But then there's this whole trust thing. I'm just introducing trust because you can now speak to your lawyer. How do you protect your properties for even your kids?
Okay.
You understand? Like, there are a lot of ways to protect your properties. Just see a lawyer. It's better you pay the lawyer and he protects your properties when you are not there. Then you don't pay. You think, oh, you can handle it yourself. Then you go, then like, your kids, your wife are suffering. If you have property, make or write a will. If your dad is so old right now, you can speak to your mom, your siblings, see a lawyer. He would advise you on the best way to go about it and do it. Because I mean, honestly, me, I've had friends that and I'm saying it really happens because I had one friend, a very close friend still now. Sorry, I cannot even give my details about that, but a very close friend still now that it happened to him and still happening. I was like, hey, bro, so like this thing that like we're level 200, 300, so like he used to affect. I was like, bro, this thing that we did watch for movie inside, so that might be real.
Real like that.
Bro, it's real.
Oh, okay.
Forget. So you have to write a will. Like, anything surrounding your property, make a will. Like, anything surrounding property, you want to buy a property, like, see a lawyer. You want to do anything like around property, see a lawyer.
People don't write will when they don't write or they don't fill in the next of kin because the next of kin because they believe that there's no.
I thank God you have mentioned this next of kin. No, now there's a wrong perception about next of kin. If I go to my bank and I fill next of kin that is you, it does not mean my money in my bank is for you.
Really?
It's just administrative stuff. Like, I want to make it in a very simple way that if I am not there, at least the person that the bank is answerable to is you. You understand?
Right.
Say a rich man with a lot of properties and his bank has over millions, billions. He makes me the next of kin. See, if I go and dance at funeral, my breakwa, like you see those people dancing at funeral, you're wasting your time. I've made you next of kin, so I'm sleeping. Put pillow on my nose. You walker.
So when you appoint somebody as next of kin, it doesn't necessarily mean what they get access to all your property or anything.
It's so you have to see a lawyer once. Mostly, I give you the details, and you see a lawyer, and I like that.
Right.
One, because I do not want to enter deep, and two, maybe I do not have much knowledge about it. That's why I'll say see a lawyer, but I give you the general position. I always say this that I may not know everything, but then back to the next of kin. It's just like administrative stuff. Like I say, you're my next of kin and I'm no more. Okay, I open a bank account. I have millions in, no next of kin. I die. And someone comes to the bank like, oh, I'm his brother. What's the evidence that you are my brother?
It's the next of kin.
Good. So if there is next of kin, I have made you the next of kin. No one can now come to the bank. It is you that will come to the bank and say, "Oh, I'm his brother or I'm his next of kin. This is the or this is the document from the court that says that okay, this is how the money should be distributed." You understand? So the next of kin does not necessarily mean the property is yours. Let your lawyer explain deep into that for you.
You're saying that if somebody puts me as next of kin, I still have to explain myself for whatever.
No,
I have to go through stress to get the property or whatever.
Like you have to go through court processes. See, like I can make you next of kin and still in my will state how the money in my bank account should be distributed. So the simplest way I can explain it to you is that the next of kin is not a stranger to the bank. It's someone already introduced to the bank. It's like me having business with you. Now, when I'm having the business with you, I come with my kid brother that, oh bro, if I'm not there, my kid brother is the one that would come to you. Not the fact that my kid brother comes to you, then that means he owns the business or blah. My kid brother comes to you, he can represent me to ensure that maybe the business go on, that is maybe the distribution of the funds in the account and all that. So if they make you the next of kin and you put pillow on the nose, they'll put you in prison for murder. Like what bokakwa? Because it does not mean the property is automatically allocated to you. Now, these are the things that I would really want lawyers to talk about, because most of these ones, you see, till I get there, I may have limited knowledge. Yes, I can research, read, speak to my seniors, they give me knowledge, but then imagine a lawyer who has handled this before speaking about it, bro. And I've even posted on my Twitter today that I'm open to helping lawyers build their legal brand. Honestly, what is in for me in this law profession is beyond what I'm doing.
Really?
Yes, it's far away. Like I have a plan far away than this. Like what I'm doing now. Like I'd written it in 2021.
Oh shit. That's
like I would complete it like 2024 thereabouts, which has also made me slow again because in my mind I've accomplished the tasks that I wanted to do. That there are more tasks that are there to do. So I would love that lawyers teach the law. Mainly, I want to make law accessible. I teach the law. I make lawyers accessible to the people. That's why I say I connect people to the lawyers. Now, I also teach lawyers how to brand and position themselves. Now, I see the legal regulation doesn't allow you to
do that.
Advertise yourself. Same way, those girls standing at La Paz, Bigot, Choice.
Right.
If you ask me how I know those places, now those people standing there do not post on TikTok that they are there.
Right.
But they stand where people are passing for people to see them. So as a lawyer, you cannot go and say, "Oh, I'm a lawyer, I can help you." But you can really position yourself, in a strategic way, in a field that people in need of that problem would come to you. If you are the gate of a field, anyone who wants to go through that will come through you.
Right.
You understand? So I think that is one of the things that I'm doing. I have a legal, like a series that I started on that, how to position yourself. That will really...
You should give me an exclusive content with that. I mean, I wish I had an exclusive content from you. And trust me, that conversation would not be part of the conversation that will be posted, and people will know where to find that kind of conversation.
It's my specialty.
That's interesting.
But I don't do them commercial and all that.
Right.
But I mean, I edit almost all my videos.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it on the stand-up. I saw behind the scenes, and I was like, wait, you do all this yourself? That is interesting.
I do my lights, I shoot, I edit. Like, bro, I've suffered. I used to see, I slept in the church office for 2 years. 2021, 2022, almost 2023. So I do my video on the stage. Then the mixer is down. Then the office is here. So if I'm doing the in the office, I come to the mixer, connect the sound, connect cords to the office, take the church camera, shoot. And I have to do it in the church, and if I'm doing it at the stage, now because the mixer is down, I set my camera, video myself small, go and watch the camera, run to the mixer, go and do the sound, like crazy. Like, I was using like normal light bulb and rubber colored rubber. I have pictures and videos of all this, like colored rubber for my lights, church microphone. Like, so you see, I've been through the journey.
Yeah.
So I can do them myself now. Just, I mean, if you are busy, you have to delegate. But then if there's any video or something I have to do now, like, and I do not have people around, I could still do it like, myself. I do not need a lot of things to shoot my...
I think you've used that strategy to build your own brand, that if you were an actual lawyer who is already, who had the license to be a lawyer, to be honest, is going to help you. And I think that if you're a lawyer and you're watching me, the tactics you are doing will help them a lot, honestly speaking. Yeah.
Just that the problem is, so, you know, I have tried it for like 4 years.
Right.
So I've seen the loopholes, I've seen the problems it comes with it. Just that one of the things is that because I am not a lawyer, sometimes there are some things that I could do.
Right.
But then with the lawyers, they mainly have to stay within the regulation. Yes. So, I mean, there will be some things that they may be prevented from doing. But then when it comes to the general teaching, I think with that...
Do you think you don't have full access like an actual lawyer?
Full access to
most of the information to give out, or you would have given more information if you were an actual lawyer?
Oh, I have access to all the informations because right now the informations are online. Right. I mean, maybe what I did 2021 was I was curious. I downloaded the Ghana Laws app or something like that. Almost all laws were there. So I was just reading. So I could go to anyone. Right now the informations are there. There's AI and all that. So you can't say I'm not having access to most information.
Yeah.
But then there's different learning. There's different practicing. Experience can teach you a lot that learning can't teach you. The law actually is in the practice than in the theory.
Oh, okay.
You get to learn more in practice than you learn more in theory. You understand? Theory sometimes is just formality, like to know the law and to also pass your exam. But then you get to learn more in practice. So I think the lawyers who have practiced and have experience have vast like upper hand than me because they have what I teach. Experiences, like they are in the matter, like solving cases related to that, and I mean all that. So I mean, what maybe not having the license or first is not a problem because I mean it's the journey I'm going through. It just happens that like everyone has witnessed me or seen me as Yudah Brown while I am in the journey, not while I am out of the journey. But there has not been any delays, like going to school 2020, complete 2024, go to law school 2025, 2026, call to the bar anytime that you pass to part 2 and you are called. You understand? So I mean, there has not been any disadvantage. I mean, that is my current position. I cannot do things because I'm not a lawyer, and it's fine. I cannot give legal representation. It's fine. I do legal reps. It's fine. I cannot give legal advice. It's fine. There are some informations I cannot give out, or even if someone could, I wouldn't want to give out.
Right. Do you think there is a hard question that people are not asking each other, especially in the context of relationship or anything? Do you think there's a hard question people are skipping? Yeah,
I think there are hard questions.
But it's supposed to be asked.
Yeah, I think so. I may not point out or cannot point out what, but then like most of the problems that comes with marriage sometimes are because maybe they failed to have an agreement on that beginning of their relationship. You know, sometimes some guys are also of the view that, oh, because I love her, so in most matters of that, so they don't want to ask some things. But bro, like the marriage you are going into is a long-term game. So once you two, like if you are dating girlfriend, boyfriend, there is fine. Like, I mean, feel free. But then if you two are like, you've agreed to marry, then there are some conversations you really need to have. Because by marrying would not change anything. Like marrying will now make your whole like your togetherness or companionship or whatever the prefer is legal. Right. But then I mean it's still you and her. So I mean once you are like you've agreed to marry, as married people there are conversations you have. So you should be able to like have them ask questions whether about property, what are the things you like there are things that you really need to ask. What I do not believe sometimes is that maybe the lady's background can actually influence her character. Like it could, But then maybe the fact that the parents are no more does not really mean you two will not be there again. What I really believe is that any issue that our parents or seniors go through is just something that life is teaching us, so that once we are in that issue, we will know how to come out of it.
Right.
There are people that maybe ended things that ordinarily they wouldn't have ended. You know it, you've seen it. When it gets to you, you just cross or jump that bridge. So the important conversation, maybe see your lawyer, you advise him. I can't
I like the way you swerve it straight. You just give the audience to their lawyers, and then they will just continue from there.
Very important.
Anyway, I mean, I'm sure we've already talked at length. Do you have something else to say? Because I don't want you to forget something. And the way I reminded you with the whole ness of kin thing, it was so much important. You have to see that in your energy.
I thought. Is there something you really want to ask me?
I mean, every question of mine has been answered nicely. And trust me, if you guys have other questions, you can leave it in the comment sections. Because typically when it comes to talking to a lawyer, so, or somebody who has an idea when it comes to
Yudah Brown. My name suits me. Yudah Brown. You don't say Yudah or Brown.
All right. Well, people have questions, and I'm sure I did not ask. I'm sure, because there's always one missing piece somewhere that somebody will probably be saying, "Oh, you should have asked this for me." It's crazy.
So I think mainly takeaway is that anything you want to do in marriage, you need to see a lawyer. When it comes to property, you shouldn't be scared that once you get into marriage, your property will be taken by your wife. There are ways to protect your property. So once you see your lawyer, he can protect it for you. There are different forms of marriages. You see your lawyer, he would explain the various rights accompanied with each type of marriage. When it comes to divorce, you just don't divorce because you want to break up. You divorce because your marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation. Adultery is not a crime, but it's a moral wrong. It's a ground for divorce. But then if you notice it, you have to take quick steps. You don't have to wait for like over 6 months or a year or something before you take. Maybe that duration has expired. When you marry, you cannot just instantly divorce unless on extreme grounds. But then maybe unless after 2 years in their marriage. So almost everything you do, there are laws for it surrounding marriage. Do not think your hands are tied. Do not let your anyone's family tie you and all that. You are not also obligated to marry any person. If you promise, then you cannot marry the person. See a lawyer, find ways around it. The fact that it will sue you does not mean you should enter into the marriage. If you know it wouldn't work and you've already committed, see a lawyer, there are ways around it. I hear now bit here. I mean, not that specific, but like always see a lawyer. I want them to understand is with everything we have discussed here, there is a need to see a lawyer.
Right.
Like, it's not because you take your money. Sometimes you will not. I mean, assuming I was a lawyer and you called me with this, I mean, I'm just speaking to you and you'd understand. But see a lawyer because that is their professional job. Right now, my professional job is to learn the law and to teach the public in the best way I can. But then I can't go into details because there are exceptions, and the exceptions are not just what the law says. The lawyers too maybe have found some things, so it's just best you see a lawyer and all that. Please, everything you want to do, see a lawyer. You want to start a business, see
a lawyer. Anything. I mean, more or less, see a lawyer because everything is possible.
If you clip see a lawyer, I'll be near 100.
All right, guys. All right. So I mean, we're done with this section. We need to go now. With the way you said you like divorce conversation, I wish to get you again with some beautiful ladies on the show. You know I do that, right? Yeah. I need to get you again. I mean, I don't know how comfortable you'll be with that, but then
I would be. So I mean, once it's like I'm educating, I would educate. If it's like legal conversation too with lawyers, I'll do. Maybe I cannot go banter with them because they may not have learned the law. Like, not a disrespect to them, but like, you can't, like, in your field, you can't banter with me because I'm not in that field. So if it comes to maybe, like, while they are speaking, I can jump in with the correction of the law, then that is fine. If I have personal opinion, there are some things that I reserve my opinion. I don't like to state, but there are some things that I like to state. So, I mean, I could also put that. I
mean, it would be nice to have you in the middle of the ladies, so you'd be teaching them what they need to know.
Are they nice?
I mean, as usual, I always invite like nice ladies. Guys, share this to whoever needs to know this. We need to go now, so as usual, if anything, I'll call you.
So we meet again. Stay safe.